Greetings and hallucinations, ladies and lads. I am Chancellor of the Harmonious Frequencies of the Mighty Empire of Onion, and this is Minecraft. Well, I've been thinking a little bit about what in the world am I going to do today, and I'll be completely honest when I say I haven't decided. My main priority right now is to hang out and see if we can get any good villagers. I can see a baby cleric floating around right now, which is a bit exciting, since I have that church up there that we still haven't put anybody into. I'm looking for librarians too with good books, good paper trades. I can see a butcher in there that might have a 1414 raw chicken, raw pork chop trade. So if there's anybody like that, I will gladly take them. Aside from that, I suppose... Let me see here. Yeah, my armor is pretty well healed up. The stuff that has mending, I could do with mending on both of these. I have the emeralds to buy a couple of feather falling books from the librarian that we already have up here, which might be a good idea. We could unlock some of his other trades and see what he has available. So I put up a couple of polls in the last episode. If you don't know about polls, they pop up in the top right hand of the screen, and it just looks like a circle with an eye in it, or an exclamation point. Not sure exactly, but the polls were basically asking, what should I put right here? Should I leave the bone blocks, which do look kind of weird, or should I do something else with it? And the poll results were to replace them with glass. And so I'm going to put in some cyan glass over the top here and replace the bone blocks with that. I also asked, should I put an overhang on the roof? And the votes on the poll said no overhang. So the roof is going to stay the way that it is. That makes sense to me, especially on this side. If there was an overhang on the roof, it would just make this area darker and more crowded, I would say, when it already feels a little bit close as it is. So those were the results. I'm going to remove these guys. I don't think he's going to jump over. So we'll take those out and replace that with glass. Sometime during this episode, I'll probably end up doing it off camera, but I will get that done. So we've got the librarian here. We've got Feather Falling 2 for 23 emeralds, which isn't a bad trade. It's a little bit expensive, but it's really not that bad. Oh, we have to have a book as well, so I have to go get a couple of books to bring up to him. I was thinking about putting bookshelves up there, where the stairs are. I'm still thinking about doing that, so I may just make a couple extra books when I go to make books and come back with those. Put those in there. I guess the trapdoors are actually for the church building. So I'll go put those in over there. But that is going to be the priorities of today, is to get villagers up here. I also realized at one point during the week that I don't have anywhere for farmers to be. So that's something that sort of started making me think, what would I possibly want to do about that? And I haven't come up with any reasonable plan so far. But I have definitely been thinking about it. So as we go today, I will probably try to find an answer to that question. See if I can maneuver this. Alright, there we go. Oh! Oh! Just dirt. Just dirt, Kathosmia. Leave it. I love you. We're going to think about that while I do some other things. Get stuff put away from my inventory. Of course, I'm going to put the carpets back over where the wool is collected. And, yeah. hopefully these guys will get busy making babies. But I will bring y'all back whenever I've done something, or have anything interesting to show y'all. And yeah, it's just going to be kind of a mix-matched sort of a episode today. Hopefully we get a little bit of progress, and maybe I'll come up with a good idea for a farm. We'll see y'all in a bit. Alright, here is the finished product. Library glass put in. So that's kind of like a large window. I really like it. I think it looks a lot better than the bone blocks for sure. I still haven't gotten the stuff for the bookshelves there. If I can remember which one is the stake. There we go. I needed some leather to get it done. So I was thinking, 1, 2, 3, 4 bookshelves along the top there. It's 3 burks per bookshelf. So that's 12 total books times 3 papers. So that's 36 papers total. Right, so we need 12 books. And then I don't have enough wood on me right now, so let's just make up a whole mess of wood. There we go. That'll be 4 total bookshelves. And we can hopefully go put these in without incident. I'm probably going to have to pillar up on this outside here. Yeah, I really like the white stained stuff right there. I think it looks really nice. Let's see. Garrett, you really need to watch out whenever I'm using tools. Yeah, there we go. We can still see the bone blocks back there. Nothing can get up there, nothing can spawn because of the carpet. Same for the regular floor. And we can still trade with this guy. Oh, I didn't make the 2 books that we need extra. There we go, but I did bring enough paper and stuff for it, so that's good. Let's talk to this guy. We'll plop in the emeralds and the books here. I'll go with just 1 trade at a time so that we can possibly unlock a couple of things here. Alright, you like trading with me, don't you, buddy? There we go. What does he have next? 10 books, gives us 1 emerald. That's pretty okay, I assume. I'll have to look up my chart and see what the best deal is on that. And then 3 emeralds for a bookshelf. That's really great. You could see all of the time and effort it takes for me to do the paper, the leather, all that kind of stuff. Just plop in 3 emeralds, get a whole bookshelf. Unfortunately, at this point, I don't need any more bookshelves for anything except decorations. So, it's really good, but at the same time, a little bit unnecessary. Let's grab 1 more feather falling so we can combine those to a feather falling 4. We'll see if that has pleased him. Nope, he's not interested in unlocking any more trades for us today, but that's fine. I'll put this leather back where it goes, and yeah, continue on doing stuff. I suppose, this is a weaponsmith here, I suppose I should take out one of these pieces of carpet and throw down some anvils up here where these people live. Let's see what we can do about that. Make 2 of them. Right. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So 2 stacks, or 1 stack of iron makes 2 anvils with 2 iron left over. Just so you know. I could put it here underneath the glass so that he's not running into it or anything, having to jump over it or anything like that. So I think that might be what I'll do. Do I want... I'm not going to be able to save that piece of carpet, sadly. So we'll just do it like that. And then hopefully this guy over here isn't the Fletcher. Oh, there's nobody that lives over here right now. So what does that mean? We have toolsmith, weaponsmith, Fletcher, so an armorer is going to be over here. So he definitely needs a anvil. And then we can still reach the chest from this side, but we can also still reach it from 3 other sides. So there's no worries there. Okay, I'm going to continue on. I was thinking I might be able to throw a farmer over there if I just put a fence around it or something. But then if I turn on the water and try to wash all the stuff down, he's going to be bobbing up and down, jumping from place to place, and so he's going to be ruining the crops as he goes. That's not really going to be suitable, so that did cross my mind. I just don't think that it's reasonable. This whole empty space here would be suitable for some kind of like a farmer's market stall or something. I could just have it poking over the edge. We only need 2 spaces here for it to be symmetrical to the other side as far as walkways go. That'll still give us a look into the opening of the church as we come around. So I think it's going to make it still feel reasonably open. And if the library can hang over by a square, I'm pretty sure I can make a market stall that's small enough to go like 4 squares. And be able to hang off just by 1 off the edge here. And yeah, depending on if I missed anything, I could make the farm market stall small enough that it would give me room to build something else over in this corner. Just trying to think ahead. And I do have plans for this here sort of looking thing, and things that I want to build on the outside of it as well. So that is up and coming. But for right now, I think I'm going to feed the animals, get them reproducing, and yeah, continue to check out what sort of villagers we have growing up here. As a matter of fact, we could do that right now. We've got a minecart in there, and then we've got 2 minecarts here. And the whole reason I put those anvils up there was so that I could combine these books and put them on my boots. Oh, scatterbrained much. Let's actually do that first. Let's see how much it costs to combine these. Only costs 3. And we've got feather falling 3 now. Yeah, not 4, 3. So let's see how this goes. Is this going to remove Depth Strider? That's what I want to know. No, it gives us all. We have Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, Depth Strider 3, and Feather Falling 3. Are we still going to be able to put Mending on it also in the future? That's something that I don't know. It's not going to let us combine it this way for whatever reason. We'll do it like this. It only costs 5. That's well worth it. Let's throw those on. Oh. Yep. Getting a little bit more iron and a couple more poppies. I haven't checked to see if my... Okay, there's plenty of room here for more poppies to spawn in. Maybe we replace some of these here with single entry. And then I ought to do the same with the feathers over here. Okay, we're looking pretty good there as well. So that's good. I checked the other chicken breeder also to make sure that we weren't getting... Oh, no damage. To make sure that we weren't getting too many feathers, and I threw away a whole load of feathers that were already in the chest up there. I took that chest apart and combined it with the chest down by the bridge, so that there's just one double chest there of outdoorsy sorts of stuff. Some saplings for trees, leaves, a bunch of different kinds of flowers, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty good. Let's make sure that the switches are all in the right place. It looks like it. And let's catch this cultist first. Cleric, I should say. I've been playing Darkest Dungeon, and we have a cultist in there I'm really excited to use. But 40 rotten flesh for an emerald, 10 gold for an emerald. I'm pretty sure that's a pretty terrible trade. Let me check real quick. Well, I have terrible confession to make. I came up here to murder the butcher that lived here, and I ended up murdering both of the white coats that live up here. I can't even remember what the other guy was or what he had for sale. Yeah, I ended up killing both of them. Now we have the 14 pork chop, 14 chicken butcher, which is the cheapest trade available for those. We still have the shepherd, which is the white wool of 16, and then the 3 emerald other thing. I still need to feed the animals, breed them up so that we can get some more materials, but yeah, that didn't go exactly how I had planned, or how I wanted it to go, so that is always a bit sad. Okay, I figured it out without going back through my videos. It was a leatherworker that I killed. This guy here has the 9 leather trade, which is the lowest trade. 4 for pants is the highest trade, but I can't imagine any instance that I would ever buy a pair of pants from a leatherworker. Since I have basically infinite leather available to me, I would just grab leather and craft my own. So, with this leatherworker, I am indeed going to keep him and try to get him up into this place up here. I'll kind of show you the way that I did that before. I just need 2 powered rails, torch, and a block. So over here it was all unpowered. And then right after this one, I think it was, threw down the powered rail, and a torch, and then I started pillaring up pretty much. Right, 1, and I attach it to the rail. Oh, can't quite see that high, so let's hop up here. Bam. And then this guy through the rail. Okay. And now I can take this off. Take this off. And this. There we go. Basically straight in from there. I might leave this one for just now. I'm gonna get in there and try to put the carpet in, then try to find a way to get out. Yeah, I have my fortune pick with me, so I might even be able to... Oops. Well, I've already fallen in now. But anyways, I'm gonna get this done, get the leatherworker in here, and I'll bring you guys back when that's been accomplished. Alright, got all the animals tended to. I've noticed when I'm breeding the rabbits that I had all sort of cream-colored rabbits in there, and then as I've been breeding them up, I've actually encountered a black one and a gray one. So I'm thinking about in the future if I have different breeds of rabbits, sort of trying to fish them out of there, because as they have the babies, they kind of pop out on top, and so I can push the cream ones back in there and then take the other various types of rabbits and find some other place for them where I can kind of go off the different kinds of breeds. But yeah, I got the leatherworker in here now. 9 leather for an emerald, which is a pretty fantastic trade. Of course, we do have a bunch of leather in here right now. So let's do a few trades with him and see if any of his clothing stuff is any good. So we'll start out one trade at a time and see how that goes for us. Yep, he's unlocked another one. I'm going to lose that minecart, and I can't say that I'm completely heartbroken, but there it is. So 4 for some pants, 10 for protection 2 leather tunic. This is about the middle. That's not too bad. It's not anything that I'm interested in buying, but it is something. Let's see how he feels about that second trade. Okay, it did unlock something else. That's pretty good. We've got a saddle here for 8 emeralds. If I remember correctly, that is the lowest cost. Yeah, so this is the cheapest saddle that I could possibly get, so that's really good. I'm pretty happy about that. We'll trade all the emeralds with him that we can afford for right now. So this locks the trade. We have to trade something else in order to unlock it. So I think purchasing a saddle for all the emeralds that we've made so far is about our best bet for unlocking one. So this should hoop-de-doo. He's feeling good about all of the trading that we've been doing. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's his max number of trades. Let's go ahead and get 6 more emeralds from him. And then we can put these back. Actually, we could get 1 more. This has unlocked some more stuff. Well, it doesn't unlock anything else. It improves his feelings towards us, however you want to say that. So we do have to trade other things. That might be the only thing that I use. I'll probably get tunics, maybe. I don't know. The cheapest thing is the saddle, and I can just throw it away if I need to, because I have tons of saddles I'm pretty sure saved up down in the fishing place, and then I already have as many saddles as I need on my horses and stuff. So for the butcher here, he's got 14 and 14, so that's finally something that I can reasonably trade without any sort of sadness. Let's grab out all of our raw chickens here. And with this guy, thankfully, we can alternate. So here, we could take as many emeralds as we can get from this trade, because I know it's going to unlock more, but I also know that, trading the most I can at a time is the best way to get the most emeralds at a time. So we've got 18 coal for an emerald. I'm pretty sure 16 is the lowest. And then 1 emerald gives us 6 cooked pork chops. So 7 would be the best. This is the middle, that's not too bad. And then 6 cooked chicken. And that's the lowest. 8 would be the best that we could get from an emerald. So, while he's not a perfect butcher trader, he is giving us exactly what we need for all this. Okay, so we've got that one locked now. Let's go over here and grab out the pork chops. And we'll just alternate trading with him pork chops and chickens here. If I do all this, actually trading as many as I can before he locks up, that should unlock the chicken trades now. So he's spicing up here, getting real happy about us. Yeah, so now the chickens are unlocked, I can trade them again. 5 and 8 is only 13, so we can't quite do 1 more. That's fine. And then we can unlock the pork chops as well. There we go. So that works out really well. I'm pretty pleased with all of that. I don't think he unlocks any more trades. I think that's all that he can do, yeah. So we've got all 3 of these guys basically unlocked with all the stuff that they can do. Now this weaponsmith, the toolsmiths and stuff, I haven't traded with them very much. They have some interesting stuff, things that I might want in the future, but overall, I'm just trying to get emeralds from them, with coal, and, those types of things. Like the toolsmith here, he has an iron trade, which I'm pretty sure... Yeah, that was the best iron trade, so that's just to get emeralds from him. A efficiency 1 pickaxe iron is pretty good, but for 11 emeralds it's kind of expensive. Same thing for this shovel for 7 emeralds. It's not terrible, but it's kind of expensive. So for him, the iron trade is what I want from him. And then with this other guy, let's see if I can separate them. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the coal trade is what I want to do with him. Yeah, efficiency I'm breaking for 5, so I'd rather buy a shovel from him. And then we don't have anything else unlocked at the moment. So, if I give him 16 coal, we're going to see a whole bunch of different trades coming out of him, and he might have some cheaper stuff. So the weaponsmith also 16 coal, and then an iron axe for 7. That's, like I say, a little bit expensive, especially since there's no enchantments on it. So if we did give him 16 coal, it would just be to unlock other trades with him. 15 string. So I've been saving up string quite a bit. I have a lot right now, and that's pretty good. I could definitely trade with him and make some profit off of that. I was going to put these emeralds back in here, but let's make sure that this guy is going to be a part of our trading scheme here. Hey little buddy, how are you doing? See that water down there? It's a fun water slide. You're gonna really enjoy it, I promise. Make good trades. Have your ancestors tell you what the proper prices for things are, and don't be greedy with your profit mongering, because I will know. I will. There we go. So, coming up with a design for sort of a farmer's market stall. Up at the top there, I'm thinking about incorporating some hay blocks. Definitely a wool roof. I might do the typical market stall like you might see in a villager sort of trading area that most of the people build. It's just going to be like fence posts, wool roof, kind of like a tent, and then some hay blocks inside just for decorative purposes. And I think that's going to do pretty decent for any farmers. Surprisingly enough, though, we haven't bred up any farmers, basically, in the whole time that we've had this villager breeder. So that's a little bit concerning, a little bit worrisome. But then again, statistically speaking, I suppose that increases the chance that future villagers born will be farmers. So I guess it's a trade-off one way or the other. But yeah, I think that's going to about do it for this episode. It may be a short one. I haven't pieced all the clips together yet, so I don't know for sure. But hopefully that's not too bad. And I'll probably get started working on this farmer stall next time, so that we have a place for the farmers whenever they grow up. We have a couple of empty spots, definitely ready for future villagers. We've got this place straightened out, so we have the lowest trades for all of these types of traders. And then, of course, this area is still pretty well filled out. We just need an armorer for in here, and a librarian with a decent paper trade. We got close with the 25 papers librarian, but I think trying to save him just for the one difference in paper isn't quite worth it, because that really adds up over time. It's like going to the gas station when the one across the street is like 3 cents cheaper. It doesn't feel like it's going to save up very much, but over the extended time of buying or selling from that exact same place over and over and over again, it really adds up. So yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, like I say. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like. Feel free to subscribe. Consider supporting if you would. And be sure to check out any of my other videos or playlists that you might be interested in. I thank you very much for any time you spend on my channel, and I hope blessings of wisdom and peace on all of you. Farewell.